Starting 5, December 23rd, an epic 14-game Monday and what's trending ahead of NBA on Christmas Day. Catch up on the top storylines around the NBA before 28 teams take the floor tonight. 5 stories in today's edition basketball. December 23, 2024. Beasts in the East, a trio of contenders have joined the Cavs and C's atop the East. Best in the West, the conference's top 4 teams are also its hottest. Playoff implications, star duels and marquee matchups round out a monster Monday. #NBA Christmas, 5 marquee matchups, an animated twist and a marathon of hoops. Sunday sizzle, Denver, Indy and Houston stay hot with Sunday dubs. But first, alarm clock. Sunday's scores and a mouth-watering Monday slate. 14 games tip off tonight, including a doubleheader on NBA TV. First, a red-hot Victor Wembanyama will lead the Spurs against Joel Embiid and the Sixers, 70-. Then, Steph Curry and the Warriors will host Tyrese Halliburton and the surging Pacers, 10-. You can also catch those and a dozen more showdowns on NBA League Pass. NBA on Christmas Day is almost here, with 12+ hours of hoops on Wednesday waiting to be unwrapped across ABC and ESPN, including a special alternate broadcast on ESPN2, Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. See Section 4 for more details. Plus, a standings check before we dive into the top stories around the NBA. 1. What's trending? East powers assert themselves. As we enter the final full week of 2024, let's catch you up on a few of the biggest stories around the league, beginning with a race atop the East among championship contenders. Surging Bucks. After a 2-8 start, the Bucks rattled off 12 wins in the span of 15 games to put the league on notice. Their closing statement? An emphatic win in the Emirates NBA Cup Championship in Vegas over the West-leading Thunder. Greek Freak Force. The NBA's top scorer, 32.7 ppg, Giannis Antetokounmpo led Milwaukee to a perfect 7-0 record in cup play, earning MVP honors while saving his best performance for the championship. Dear duo, Giannis and his co-star Damian Lillard, 25.7 ppg, are combining for 58.4 ppg, which would be the third highest scoring average by a duo over the last 50 seasons. East clash tonight. On Monday, the Bucks travel to the United Center to battle Zach LaVine and the Bulls, 8 LP. Cavs rebuttal. While the Bucks left Las Vegas hotter than the desert sun, the Cavs reminded the league why they've owned the best record in the NBA for nearly 2 months, defeating Milwaukee 124-101 on Friday. With a 25-4 record, the Cavs are off to their best start since 2008-2009, including a 15-1 record at home. The key? A potent offense. Cleveland leads the NBA in both FG percent, 50.5, and 3P percent, 40.5, putting them on pace to be the first team to eclipse a 50-40 shooting split throughout an entire season. Monday history? Tonight, the Cavs will look to match their 08-09 squad for the best 30-game start in franchise history as they host Utah, 70 LP. Champs lurking, right behind Cleveland atop the East standings since October? The reigning champion Celtics, who lead the NBA in 3-point attempts, 51.0, and makes, 18.7. Their engine? Jason Tatum, who joins Nikola Jokic as the only player to lead their team in total points, rebounds and assists. Strength versus strength. Boston's offense faces a tough test tonight in Orlando against the 4th-place Magic, 70, who are allowing the second fewest points in the NBA, 103.9. Magic fight. Despite being without its 2 leading scorers, Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero, Orlando took down Miami on Saturday to improve to 18-12, but now must also go without Moritz Wagner, ACL. Here comes New York. Winners of 8 of its past 10 games, New York continues to climb up the standings, fueled by a well-rounded attack that ranks second in offensive rating, 119.7, trailing only Cleveland for the best in the NBA. Fire 5. The Knicks starting 5 is averaging a league-high 96.1 ppg, the third most since starting lineups were first tracked in 1970-71. KAT cooking. Fresh off an unforgettable return to Minnesota, Karl-Anthony Towns is posting 24.5 ppg and an NBA best 14.0 rpg. 4 in a row? On Monday, New York will look to earn its 4th straight win as they host Toronto at MSG, 7:30 Eastern Time, LP. 2. What's trending? Wild West race heats up. Out west, the top 4 squads are all riding hot streaks, led by the Thunder's NBA best 7-game heater, giving them a 3-game cushion atop the standings. Right behind them? The Grizzlies, Rockets, and Mavericks, all separated by just 1.5 games. Rumbling Thunder, owners of first place since November 25th, the Thunder haven't lost a regular season game since December 1st, thanks to a historic defense that leads the league in opponents' PPG, 103.1, opponents' FG percent, 42.6, steals, 12.1, and def RTG, 103.0. Winning formula. With just 11.9 turnovers per game, OKC is on pace to become the first team to record more steals than turnovers since turnovers were first tracked in 1977-78. All-around SGA, ranked number 3 on the current Kia MVP ladder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander powers the Thunder. He's the only player in the NBA averaging 30-plus points, 6-plus assists and 2-plus steals. 8 straight? Tonight, OKC will look to extend its win streak as it hosts Jordan Poole and the Wizards, 8 LP. Roaring Grizzlies. Last season, the Grizzlies finished 13th in the West, averaging a league-low 105.8 ppg. This season? They lead the NBA in scoring, 123.1 ppg, and hold second place with 12 wins in their last 14 games. Historic turnaround. No NBA team has ever gone from the lowest scoring offense to the highest scoring offense from one season to the next. West duel tonight. On Monday, the Grizz will look to stay hot as they host James Harden and the Clips, 8 LP, who are just 4 games back in the number 7 seed. Mavs moving up. Another squad that's galloping up the standings. The Mavs are 12-3 in their last 15 games, jumping from 10th in the West to 4th in just over a month. Offensive outburst. In that span, despite being without Luka Doncic for stretches, Dallas is averaging 122.2 ppg and has eclipsed 120-plus points 11 times. December Doncic, another top 5 member of the MVP ladder. Since returning from injury on December 1st, Luka is averaging a near 30-point triple-double, 30.8 ppg, 10.7 rpg, 9.3 apg. Monday's matchup. Tonight, the Mavs will face the Blazers, 8:30 Eastern Time, LP, in a rematch from earlier this month, where Luka dropped 36 points and 13 dimes in a Dallas dub. Don't forget about Houston. Winners of 4 of their last 5 games, the Rockets have held a top 4 seed in the West since mid-November, highlighted by a trip to the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals, where they fell to the Thunder. Winning with defense. Like OKC, Houston thrives defensively, boasting the second-best def RTG in the league, 105.5. 20 tonight? On Monday, the Rockets will look to become just the 5th team in the NBA to notch 20 wins as they face the Hornets, 7 LP. Crowded playoff picture. Behind the top 4 seeds in the West, 7 teams, the Nuggets, Lakers, Warriors, Clippers, Spurs, Wolves and Suns, are separated by just 1.5 games. 3. Playoff pack Titans, headlined by a slew of stars. 6 more matchups get underway Monday, with a handful of stars looking to help their team move up in the standings, both in the East and West. Suns at Nuggets, 10 LP ranked number 1 on the Kia MVP ladder for a 6th straight week. Nikola Jokic and Denver host the Suns tonight, with Kevin Durant coming off a season-high 43 points. Joker brilliance. The reigning and 3-time Kia NBA MVP has elevated his game to even further heights this season, averaging a career-high 30.9 ppg. He's also the only player in the NBA to rank top 3 in scoring, rebounds, and assists. Pistons at Lakers, 10:30 Eastern Time, LP. In the last week, LeBron James passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for most minutes played, 57,505, and most 10-plus point games, 1,510, in NBA history, while helping lead the Lakers to 3 straight wins. James' latter milestone came on a 32-point performance in Saturday's win over the Kings. Now, 1 week out from his 40th birthday, what will the King have in store against Detroit? Spurs at 76ers, 7 ET, NBA TV on Thursday. Victor Wembanyama became the youngest player to total 40-plus points, 5-plus rebounds, 5-plus assists and 3-plus blocks in an NBA game. On Saturday, he followed it up with the first 30-plus point, 10-plus block game in 16 years. Philly finding its groove. Tonight, Wemby and the Spurs will face a rejuvenated Sixers squad that owns the 7th best win percentage, 66.7, since Thanksgiving. Pacers at Warriors, 10 ET, NBA TV. After a 31-point performance on Saturday, Steph Curry will lead the Warriors against Tyrese Halliburton and the Pacers, who have notched 4 wins in a row to move just a half game back of playoff position. Wolves at Hawks, 7:30 Eastern Time, LP. After tallying 6 wins in 7 games, the Wolves have dropped 2 in a row. Tonight, Anthony Edwards will look to get them back on track as he faces Trae Young and the Hawks, who are looking to snap a 3-game slide of their own. Nets at Heat, 7:30 Eastern Time, LP. A half game back of 10th place in the East, a win for the Nets will move them into play-in position. Meanwhile, in the 6th seed, the Heat will look to hold their playoff spot with a victory, which would halt a 3-game slide. Up next, Wednesday's #Baxmas Marathon. NBA on Christmas Day is just 2 sleeps away, and fans will be gifted #NBA Christmas action all day, beginning at 12 ET, with an unprecedented twist. Spurs at Knicks, 12 ET, ABC/ESPN. The day tips off with Victor Wembanyama making his Christmas Day debut at Madison Square Garden against the red-hot Knicks. Dunk the Halls. In the first real-time animated NBA game, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck and company will be featured in a live recreation of the matchup on iconic Main Street, USA, ESPN2. Wolves at Mavericks, 2:30 Eastern Time, ABC/ESPN. Next, a Western Conference Finals rematch sees Anthony Edwards and the Wolves' hungry defense take on Luka Doncic and the Mavs' prolific offense. Holiday cheer. The Mavs brightened the holiday for children of Dallas area homeless families by passing out presents, writing letters to Santa and more. 76ers at Celtics, 5 ET, ABC/ESPN. A classic rivalry takes place in Boston, as Jason Tatum and the defending champs host a rising Sixers squad looking to make a statement. Lakers at Warriors, 8 ET, ABC/ESPN. A Christmas treat in primetime, as LeBron James and Steph Curry go head-to-head in the Bay, with both squads out to keep playoff pace in a Wild West. "To play on Christmas Day is the goal," said Draymond Green. "Everyone's watching, it's such an honor." Nuggets at Suns, 10:30 Eastern Time, ABC/ESPN. The night closes with another star-studded West duel, as Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets face Kevin Durant and Phoenix in the Valley, with KD having his best scoring season, 27.4 ppg, as a Sun. 5. Sunday Sizzle. Denver, Indy and Houston stay hot. Nuggets 132, Pelicans 129, OT. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray tallied 27 points apiece, while Jokic added 13 boards and 10 dimes for his league-leading 11th triple-double, rallying Denver back from 17 points down to top New Orleans in OT. Recap. Fourth quarter comeback. The Nuggets outscored the Pels 38-26 in the fourth, capped by Murray's game-tying jumper with 9 seconds left to force extra basketball. In overtime, Murray and Jokic combined for 11 of Denver's 13 points to earn the dub. Clutch Gene. It's Denver's 4th victory in 5 games. They lead the NBA in both OT wins, 3, and wins when trailing entering the fourth quarter, 5. Pacers 122, Kings 95. Domantas Sabonis was a force inside, 17 points, 21 reb, but 7 Pacers scored in double figures, as Indiana got 58 points from its bench to outpace Sacramento for its 4th straight dub. Recap. Indy's 1-2 punch. Pascal Siakam led the Pacers with 19 points and 10 boards, while Tyrese Halliburton added 14 points and 8 dimes. Bench boost. TJ McConnell, 12 points, 10 AST, became just the 5th player ever to record 15 career double-doubles of points and assists while coming off the bench. Rockets won 14, Raptors won 10, Dillon Brooks, 27, and Jalen Green, 22, combined for 49 points, as the Rockets overcame an early 16-point deficit and held on to beat the Raptors, marking their 7th win in 10 games. Recap. Slam Whitmore, a massive alley-oop finish from Cam Whitmore had the announcers losing it face with tears of joy. Rook Cooks, rookie Jacoby Walter scored the Raptors' first 14 points on his way to a career-high 27.